The three fathers. This is something that an old mentor of mine, Richard, taught me. And it's related to the father principle or the father archetype. And the father is the one who provides boundaries, structure, order, discipline, authority. And it took me a while, and I'll get into that, to understand the importance of this. And this is a big reason of why I've started this channel. The first father is your earthly father, your real father. Who is he? Who was he? Is he still around? Or was your relationship like with him? How did he model masculinity for you? And that relationship dictates everything. And if I look back on my own father, he was present and gave a lot of great gifts and things to me, but he wasn't energetically there or centered or powerful or strong or guiding in that way. And so for me, that was my blueprint of the earthly father. And I inherited all of those qualities, as no doubt a lot of you will as well, from your relationship or lack of relationship with your real dad. And so we have to investigate that. And we have to say, okay, looking at the reality of the situation, what is or was my relationship like with my father? And I'll do another video on this, explaining more about this in detail and how that will affect you. But that's number one. Number two is your culture. And a culture or a tradition dictates a lot of the fatherly energy that you receive. And so for me, growing up in the UK, the messages that I was receiving were negative around the culture, the tradition. It's bad, it's outdated, it's old-fashioned. And yes, of course, there are elements of truth to this, but that also left me without a guiding principle and left me in the abyss, floating, unsure of myself, not knowing where to go. And so, again, you need to analyze that. What is your relationship like to your culture, to your tradition? Because that will reveal a lot of information to you about your relationship with your own inner father and masculine spirit. And so as I begin to release the shame around my culture and see some of the positive things and bring them into the light, shock, that changed how I managed myself and integrated that fatherly energy in myself. So that's number two. And the final one, which I think is give or take, because those first two are very important and it depends how you're inclined. But Richard told me that the final one is the Heavenly Father, God, the Father principle archetype, whatever you want to call it, if that feels comfortable for you. And as I said, that's give or take. My relationship is not so clear-cut with that. But again, that is how you relate to the fatherly archetype within yourself. And so what we want to do is we want to address each three of those things, or the first two, if that's what you feel comfortable with, and really begin to understand how that has shaped you and what your relationship has been like with it. And then we can begin to remedy that, and we can begin to dive more deeply into it and heal that relationship. And it's so insane when you see this, and once you begin to look at those first two, let's say, with more forgiveness and understanding, then you will really reveal those qualities within yourself that perhaps have been buried. So those are the three fathers. Earthly father, who was your real dad? Your culture, your tradition, how do you relate to that? Are you ashamed about it? Do you feel proud? Can you relate to it at all? Perhaps not. Perhaps there are things to improve, which you can make happen. And then third, if you feel called or comfortable the Heavenly Father, God, whatever you want to call it? What's your relationship like with him? So food for thought. Message me if you have any comments about this or you'd like to discuss it further.